Oh, that is like the biggest thunder I've ever heard in this game. Okay, we need to take a U-turn right now. Right now. Right now. I don't know how we're still alive. Damage everywhere in Hiram. Debris scattered all across the streets. Homes completely ripped off their foundation. Right, hello everybody, my name is Davis. Welcome back to another video. Today we are back here on Twisted once again. If it sounds like I'm in a bit of a panic, that's because I just joined in and I just saw there is a high-end tornado with a pink TBS and also a tornado emergency on it, but it is so far off to my east, so I'm going to have to travel directly east here from Funkley because unfortunately I did not get the choice of where I wanted to spawn in, so we have to head so far east here, hope the tornado remains on the ground for that long, and see if we can intercept this thing, because this is a massive tornado as it looks on the radar. We have a day one high risk. Pretty much everything is incredibly favorable in this environment for tornadic production. We've got an STP of 6, which is pretty high. We've got 2,600 joules per kilogram of CAPE, which is relatively high. The 3 CAPE is ridiculous. We've got a pretty good temperature to dew point ratio. Our storm motion is northeast at 68 miles per hour. So these are going to be some very quick moving storms, which is a little concerning because they could be hard to keep up with. All right, we see on your left-hand side of your screen here, there are so many trees down here from what I assume is a previous tornado. But like I said, I literally just joined, so I have no idea. We can see the power flashes from this tornado all the way like 3 or 4 at least miles away from this thing. This thing is a gigantic monster. It's more like 10 miles away. This thing is huge. So we are going to need to get on this thing right away. We're seeing the power flashes before we even get into the rain. And there are so many power flashes at that. This thing looks huge, but again, it's going to be so hard to catch up with because of how quick these storms are moving, but, I mean, we can already see how big of a wall cloud this is here, so, we are booking it to the east here, and just hoping that we can intercept this thing well. If we get a miracle, we can get a good interception on this thing, but this is ridiculous, so, we're gonna have to stay on this thing. We're starting to, hear my computer make some interesting noises, probably because we're about to enter a, heavy environment filled with a lot of detail, that detail being rain, hail, and a tornado. So, this is going to be very intense for my computer, but also very intense for us, because, I mean, we're going to be intercepting what could be an EF5. So, again, I don't want to pre-rate anything, because I've done that before in this game, and I've been totally wrong, but we're just going to see what happens, alright? I think I'm going to shut my mouth, and we're going to hope that we can get a good interception of this thing. Crazy amounts of lightning here. Yeah, now we're hearing that thunder. Very surprised it's not started raining yet. I think we need to keep heading eastward, though. I don't think we're quite caught up with this tornado yet. There's debris falling out of the sky all the way over here. What the heck? Okay, this thing has got to be actually, like, gigantic. To be doing debris that gets lofted all the way over here, this thing has got to be huge. Alright, so obviously now we're in this, band of moderate rainfall, I would say. So I think what we're gonna do is check this. Okay, yeah, it's down to a red, TBS. We need to keep booking it eastward. If we want to intercept this thing, and then we need to take the next exit down to the south, and hopefully we can get it while it's still a relatively strong tornado. I think that's reasonable. Is this the exit we need to take? I really have no idea. Where are we? No, we need to wait for the next one. Okay, we have got to go, dude. There's the emergency alert. I think it's the tornado emergency. We'll see here. Yeah, I can't even hear it. Once you get inside of a storm, the problem with the EAS is that it's never loud enough for you to actually hear it through the storms. And the EAS is only triggered when there's a really big storm, so it's a little impossible to hear the EAS sometimes. I think we're going to buy a new car at the end of this video because we have so much money and I need a better vehicle. I cannot keep rocking this Subaru for much longer, so I think at some point at the end of the video we're going to do that. Hopefully we get a decent amount of money off of our probes in this video. But I don't know, because I don't know if we're even going to be able to intercept this tornado or any others in this video. We'll just have to wait and see. Don't want to get my hopes too high up, but you know what? I don't want to expect disappointment either. Let's make something happen here. So we're gonna take this turn down to the south. That was an amazing turning job, the best you've ever seen, in fact. And we're gonna see, this tornado should pop up any second. It's not really doing power flashes anymore, so it's definitely weakening out. But it's probably still on the ground. Okay, it is doing power flashes. It's over there now, though. It's gotten pretty far east. Wait, no, it's right here. It's doing power flashes all the way over there, but it's right here on this road. Okay, we're entering this big hail core here. This is some pretty big hail. This is at least, like, golf ball size. Oh! That is, like, the biggest thunder I've ever heard in this game. Okay, where's the tornado? It's down to orange TBS, but no, yeah, it's right on our path. If we keep heading south here, we're getting a direct interception of this thing, no doubt. The sky is incredibly pink over there. Oh my gosh, my game is lagging. Oh, okay, it's time to put a probe down. It is time to put a probe down. It's officially time. This thing's doing sub-vortices, 84. Still only 84 miles an hour. It's about to get way higher, though, I have a feeling. Let's hope anyway. Let's see if we can make a decent amount of money off this. 88. Alright, we are backing away. This thing is a monster. 96. Let's see if we can break the 100 barrier. 100, there we go. As soon as I say it, 114. It's going to go right on top of our probe, so we're going to be able to see how intense this thing really is. So, again, still 114. Debris being thrown over Hiram. We're probably going to see decent damage out of Hiram. 123. 130. 132. Oh my gosh, it's still huge. We're still getting consistent 100 plus readings. 142, it has not dropped below 100 yet. This could be one of my higher readings I've ever gotten in this game. 142 still. We've already made over half a grand. Yeah, this thing is huge. It got a direct interception over our probes, so, yeah, this thing is big. I think we need to get back here, though, and place down another probe, because I think it's crossed over our probe that we have already down by now. Yeah, you can see how monstrous that thing is. It's doing something insane. I feel like that was pretty obvious, but it is, it's massive. Huge power flashes. Alright, let's keep heading southward here. Let's go right back into this thing. It's right on top of Hiram, pretty much. Again, this is some huge hail. Insane power flashes. Okay, this is... I have no words to describe this thing. I've already said it's insane. I've already said it's a monster. I've already said it's gigantic. 145, while all of those things are true, that does not truly display how big this thing really is. So, next probe is going down. Got 145 on our other one. Okay, we need to take a U-turn right now. Right now. Right now. I don't know how we're still alive. We have got to race our way out of this town to escape this thing. Again, massive, massive tornado. 145. Our other probe's only gotten to 86, but it hasn't hit our other probe yet. So, this thing is giant. Very big tornado. It's kind of past our other probe now. So, I think our higher readings are going to start coming from this new one that we placed down pretty soon here. It's a miracle that we're still alive, really. It really is. Let's see. It's down to orange on the TBS rating, but, I mean, our other one did 145 not that long ago. Dude, we got over a grand from one of our probes. The other one's made 166. It's at 89 miles an hour. I don't know if we want to keep driving forward or not. I think this thing's probably just starting to get weak enough to where we can get a little bit closer to it without being in the danger zone. Yeah, 145 though, that is huge. And this other probe, I mean, it's kind of on the edge of this tornado now. It's not exactly in the center, but it's going 90. Let's see if we can break that 100 barrier. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, there's going to be pretty much nothing left out of Hiram here, from this monster tornado. We got an amazing interception of this thing. It's truly, like, a beauty. I wouldn't be saying that if this was, like, a real tornado, but... huge debris balls, 98 miles an hour, probably even a debris ball on the radar. But I don't want to stop and see. We've got to keep backing up here. There's power flashes like a mile ahead of this thing. Very surprised our other probe has still only done 98. Our other one's still at 145, obviously, because the tornado's already crossed over that. But yeah, probably gonna break that 100 barrier pretty soon on this second probe. The tornado is weakening though for sure. Let's see what it's on the TBS now. It is down to yellow, I figured. Still a very big tornado though, with huge debris balls, obviously. Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. Yeah, very big tornado, obviously. We've got all these storm chasers here. I tried to buy the NWS employee feature so that I could rate the damage of tornadoes. And it said my Robux purchase went through, but it didn't. It lied to me. So, unfortunately, I cannot actually rate this damage myself. I really wish I could, though, because that would be insane to see. But it looks like we got quite a few storm chasers over here that are probably going to be able to. The tornado is still yellow on the TBS, so maybe we even take a little dive east, place down a new probe, but I don't want to lose one of our other ones. So, I don't know, dude. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna... Man, it's still huge. It really is. It really is a big tornado. And I say that about all of them, which is why I'm saying this one. It really is. It really is massive, and it's not done. Usually before they lift, they do a little bit of a re-strengthen, so even though we're down to green on the TBS, I'm guessing we're going to get one last spike of activity, and then it's going to fizzle out. But I think we're safe to go back into Hiram and pick up our probes. It is pitch black outside, so we're going to have to turn on our headlights here. But that was an incredible tornado interception. We made almost $2,000 off of our probes from that, which is insane. I think we're gonna buy that new car that we were talking about. You know what? This one's starting to run low on gas anyway. Why not avoid that gas refill and just buy a new car? Seems perfectly logical, right? This is one of our probes. I need to back it up and get that. Yeah, that was one of the bigger tornadoes I've ever seen in this game. It's still doing power flashes. Like, what in the world? Yeah, there's that little spike of intensity before it lifts that I was talking about. The emergency alerts are just, like, actually going nuts. So, there's our probe. Okay, that is ours, right? I don't think it is, actually, because we're trying to pick it up and it's not letting us. So, no, that is not our probe. I really thought it was. That's gotta be it. Nobody else was, driving a Subaru. That's not a Subaru, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I'm an idiot. They literally... I thought it was my probe, but they just picked it up. It's back down to green on the TBS. The velocities are still relatively intense, but there's actually a new... Oh my gosh, there's a new tornado emergency for the Prior Lake area. Well, we're not done, I guess. Gotta go for that one, too. But we've got to get our probes first. Oh my gosh. Multiple pink TBS tornadoes. This is insane. Again, we're at a high risk, so this could have been expected, but still, you don't see this. You just don't. This game, you don't see something like this very often. Damage everywhere in Hiram. Debris scattered all across the streets. Homes completely ripped off their foundation. And I'm worried nobody's going to come back to rate this thing, because they're all focused on this new one. But this one definitely deserves some attention. This was one of, if not the biggest tornado I've ever seen in this game. I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's probably in the top 5. That thing was huge. So we're going to take a turn north here and head for this next one, because we've got another pink TBS. We couldn't even get done with this one before we had the next one. I think this one has finally lifted. Unfortunately, since it's nighttime, we can't properly see the damage here in Hiram, but from what we do see, it's insane. And no, this thing is still on the ground. That is not the new tornado. This thing is still on the ground. It's still doing power flashes. Oh, wait, no, that may be the new one that we're seeing, because that one's all the way up by... Oh, wait, no, that's not that far away. For some reason, I was thinking we were way further south than we actually are. But, yeah, maybe we stay on this thing for a little bit. Well, I don't know, though. I don't know, because I want to head for this new one, because this one's basically done. if we're being honest with ourselves. This one's going to lift any second, but this new one, I don't think it's going to be done for a while. So we might just head for the new one near Prior Lake. We can see the power flashes from both of these tornadoes at the same time, which is insane. Again, like something you just don't see in this game. Huge pocket of high winds, even outside of the tornado near Prior Lake. We have got to really head far west here and then take a south on 33. You know what? This new tornado is already weakening as well. It's down to red TBS. I want to sit back here and look at the damage in Hiram, because this thing was crazy. It's still not even done, so we can't even look at the track yet. But, man, nasty tornado to say the very, very least. Alright, there we go. It lifted. The track is out. This thing has already gotten rated EF3 damage. It traveled across a very long track here. Its max width was nearly half a mile long. It started all the way back at Starbuck, went through Viroqua, went through Nateville, went through Hiram, and then lifted all the way up at Sneed. This is by far the longest tracking tornado I've seen in this game, I would say. And if we take a look here at the wind field, we can see that Viroqua got in on the damage, Nateville got in on the damage, Hiram got in on the damage, maybe a bit of damage to Western Sneed, but nowhere near as intense as it's going to be down here in Viroqua. I think we're going to start seeing some ratings out of this soon, much higher than EF3. I don't think it's done at an EF3 rating. So, very big tornado to say the least. Even if it does stop at EF3, that's the max damage indicator for EF3. So, it's right along the border of an EF3 and an EF4 out of everything that we know right now. It stayed on the ground from 1:12 p.m. to 1:39 a.m. It stayed on the ground for over 12 hours. 12-hour tornado. Obviously, this game is not 100% accurate to real life, but still, even for this game, a 12-hour tornado is something I don't think I've heard of. This is breaking so many records in terms of what I've personally seen in this game. I know there's much crazier tornadoes than this one has been, but man, this is one of the biggest ones I've ever seen, as I've said at least 1,000 times so far. And I'm also interested to see what this next one does here as it approaches Prior Lake. Considering how long track this tornado was, this one could easily make it to Prior Lake, considering it's also still got a red TBS. This one is not a joke either. I don't think it's going to be quite as intense as this one was, but that's not saying much. That's like saying, oh, you didn't kill 1,000 people, you're a good guy. It's just ridiculous. It really is. One of the best tornado intercepts I've ever had. I'll say that much. This one may already be weakening out here. I'm excited to see the track for this one, even though we didn't get to personally intercept. I still think it's going to be pretty impressive looking. This one is not as perfect to intercept though, because it's not really going straight down on a north-south road like this one was for so long. But yeah. I think I've rambled enough about this tornado here. Apparently, there was also another EF3 associated with this around a little before I got on, maybe. Actually, it was kind of during while I was online. Apparently, there were two separate tornadoes. This one was also an EF3. Not quite as intense as this one, and definitely not as long tracking, and it definitely didn't go through as populated of an area, so overall it's not as intense, but still, 2 EF3s in a row is pretty impressive. And then right before that, there was a high-end EF2, nearly an EF3, that was all the way up by Funkley. So all across the map, there has been disastrous tornadoes, really. If we look at the day 1 tornadoes, let's see those. We had an EFU, an EF1, but that thing was over 2,000 feet wide. So I think the only reason it got rated an EF1 is because there were no good damage indicators out here, because as you can see, it went through a very rural area here. The tornado before that was an EF3. That was down by Hibbing here. That was also huge, apparently. And then the one before that was an EFU. So apparently there's been several EF3s within the past little while here. Let's see, this one's about to lift, so the track for this one will come out very soon here. There is still a pretty big hail core up here towards Almora, about quarter-size hail. So now 1.2 inch, so even bigger. But yeah, I do want to buy us that new car. I definitely want to do that. We've got hail all the way back here in Hiram still, which is kind of surprising considering, well, I guess Hiram kind of is in this hail core. It's kind of got its own hail core here, separate from the Almora one. But anyway, this will be lifting soon. Also a very impressive looking tornado on the radar, so I want to see what this track is, and then we'll buy us a car, and then I think we're going to call it a day. Alright, this tornado lifted, the track is out. This one was... Oh wait, the track is not out. I gotta refresh it here, I guess. Or was it the day before? It was the day before. This one was, oh my gosh. It was 3/4 of a mile wide at some point. Unfortunately though, or I guess I could say fortunately, it did not go through a very populated, or a very populated area with good damage indicators, so we're not going to be able to tell if this is a very big tornado. Obviously, tree debarking is easy to do, even in the fields, and that's an EF3 damage rating, so this thing was 3/4 of a mile wide. This, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I'm feeling bad for the people that got hit by this in a video game. I'm feeling bad for these fictional human beings in this video game. It's ridiculous, man. There is a very large hail core here towards Almora, and really over Hiram. So I think if we look here, yeah, this is some pretty big hail, at least ping pong ball size, I would say, here in the Hiram area. But, I think we're actually going to head south here, head back to Hiram, and see what the damage looks like from this tornado. Let's see what actually happened here. Alright, you guys, so here's what Hiram looks like after a devastating EF3, possibly higher than EF3 tornado. The first thing that I do notice is that obviously the power's out. That's a given. It is absolutely no surprise that the power's out after this monster. The next thing that I notice is that there are tons, and I mean tons, of power lines that are doing some interesting motions there, it would seem. Several trees debarked, it looks like, which obviously, like I said earlier, is an EF3 damage indicator. This mobile home did not have a good time. There's an injury here. I don't know, can a regular person heal an injury? I don't know if you have to have the emergency management thing or not. Let's see here. I think you do have to have the emergency management thing. Oh wait, we can report it. Okay, well, I feel bad just leaving this girl here, but we can't help her. No, we can't help her. Emergency services, how much do you cost? Yeah, I bought Robux this morning, but the transaction didn't go through, even though it said it did, apparently. So, yeah, this mobile home did not have a fun time. The roof is completely gone. Quite a bit of other damage to it as well. Other homes, not even just mobile homes, other actual houses are pretty badly destroyed here. I guess this is a mobile home as well, but the roof is obviously completely gone. Quite a few windows are blown out. And that is really the same here for all of these houses, okay? I was saying earlier they were swept off their foundation. That was kind of a guess. I should have specified that, but actually this one was. This mobile home was swept off its foundation. So was that one over there. This is some very high-end, significant damage. I would just buy Robux right now, but I can't do it on my computer, unfortunately. Tons of injuries over here. We're going to report all these. Well, at least we can report them all. But, yeah, these are, really some incredible damage indicators. If I sign into my account on my iPad to buy Robux, it's gonna kick me off this server, unfortunately. Or at least I'm pretty sure it will. Look at all of these injuries. This is insane. Yeah, that home right there was right here, completely swept off its foundation. Obviously tons of tree damage, but that's to be expected with literally any tornado. You can't even tell which homes belong on which foundations. It looks like this is, there's a death over here. So there is a death with this tornado officially. We'll report that, unfortunately. Let's get the rest of these injuries here. Oh my gosh, there's so many entries across the town of Hiram, and it's a small town. It's not like a big city like Hazleton. Let me see if I can buy Robux on my iPad without it kicking me out here, but I don't think I can. I think it's gonna kick me off and say somebody else is signed in on your account. I don't know. I think we want to do NWS employee. Well, that's, let me survey the damage here of these homes. It should. Okay. Well, now we're an NWS employee. Shirts, pants, okay. There we go. Assess damage. Yes, that's what I wanted. So, let's press E here. Let's see. Threshold of visible damage. Loss of, complete destruction of unit. Debris blown away. That's kind of what this is. Complete. I think that's really what that is. Undercarriage separates from units. Complete uplift or roof. I think this is completely blown away. I think that's what we want. I hope I didn't just do a false report there on accident, but I'm pretty sure that's, somebody let me know. Did I do the right thing there, or did I screw up? Let me see, though. That would be an that's still an EF3 damage indicator, actually. Let's see. This is our no, that is not our tornado. This is our tornado. Yeah, still an EF3. My report there didn't really do anything that major. In fact, none of these mobile home damages, well, none of them are going to be higher than EF3. So, yeah. I think that's going to be it. Oh, wait, no, we're going to buy that car. Let's do it. I've waited you guys on this long. I've been yapping the whole time. The least I can do is fulfill my promise of buying a car here. So, let's buy ourselves a car. Let's go back, and let's buy a car. What do we want to buy? What should we buy? Let's see. Toyotas. We cannot afford a Toyota. Okay. Chevrolet. We cannot afford the best Chevrolet. Okay. Dodge. We can just barely afford the 2007 Dodge Ram. I don't know if that's what we want. We're gonna wait off on that. Ford. Can't afford the F-150. No, Subaru, we already have. Toyota, we already looked at Toyota. Where do you buy the storm chasing vehicles? Do you have to have the storm chaser pass? Let's see, warehouse. Oh, here we go. We do not quite have enough to buy any of these intercept vehicles, unfortunately. So, maybe we save up for next time, and buy one of these 30 grand vehicles. I think that's what we're going to do. So I want to thank you all for watching today, watching all the way through even. Go ahead and do a few more damage reports here. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.